All right, guys, I am in Philadelphia in a neighborhood called Fairhill. Here's a map real quick. It's in North Philly. It's actually right next to the notorious Kensington neighborhood and avenue, which you've probably seen on YouTube before. The street I am about to drive on, or actually walk up, but I'll drive on it here in a bit, is called Gurney Street, and it just goes right into the heart of the Fairhill neighborhood. To my right here is the Conrail rail tracks, or the train tracks. It is also called the Conrail Trench, and I'll show you more of it and tell you about it in a second. This part of Philadelphia is actually called the Badlands because of the crime, homelessness, drug trade, illegal drug trade. Now, yeah, here's a shot of the what they call the train trench, the Conrail train trench. You can see all the trash. A few years ago, there was a huge homeless encampment along this area, and they cleaned it up. The city of Philadelphia got Conrail to clean it up and clear out the homeless encampment. This street, they did try to beautify it, the area here. They built something called the Gurney Trail, and it's right up here. Again, trash is all piled up, but yeah, they built a little trail here with a little white fence, and there was some artwork commissioned. People just throw their stuff on the ground. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, this is the trail, the Gurney Trail. I'm not even seeing any of the artwork. I saw pictures of it. Yeah, there's the tracks. Runs through this part of the city. Anyway, we're going to go into this neighborhood and look around a bit. And of course, I'll give you some of the numbers. I was going to see if I could see some of this artwork. Yeah, Green Father Home, Faraway Whistle. Yeah, a little bit of the artwork that they tried to bring here. Anyway, I'll start giving you some of the numbers of this neighborhood. There's about 24,000 people here in this neighborhood. It is 59% female, 41% male. That's a bit of a surprise, isn't it? It is predominantly Hispanic. In fact, this is the Hispanic part of town. 86% Hispanic, 9% black, 5% white. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get in the truck and we'll head this way, and I'll show you some more. I haven't quite made it to the car yet. Just looking around a little bit in this part of the neighborhood. I'm basically on the border with the Kensington neighborhood right now. Let's go across this bridge. This area was settled by Germans in the late 1800s. And they built a lot of the row homes that you'll see that I just showed you. In the mid 1900s, around 1950, the Germans started moving out, and Puerto Ricans started moving in, mostly Puerto Ricans. And by the 1980s, this was predominantly Puerto Rican area. Okay, guys, so I'm going to take Gurney into the Fairhill neighborhood. Let's tell you some more. The median household income here it is, $27,088 a year. That's about what it is. About what it is everywhere here. That is $521 a week. That's not very much money. And there are 2.8 people per household here. So you've got almost 3 people in a household earning $27,000 a year. A little over $500 a week. So that is some pretty crazy numbers. Yeah, lots of people. Let's see, let me get up to the stop sign. You can see the trash. That cleanup job just didn't last very long, did it? Let's see, now as you can well imagine, poverty here is really high. Here's the numbers. 44.5% overall. For children 17 and under, it's 64%. So that is very, very high. In a town that is, and we're talking about Philadelphia, that is already the poorest big city in the United States. This is the poorest neighborhood in the city of Philadelphia. Yeah, poorer than Kensington. Well, you guys see that? 3 cats. Now there's another one over there. 4 cats. Well, I'm already having an amazing cat day. So a couple of the other numbers that stick out. 60% of the households here have a female lead. And a number that really stuck out was the high school graduation rate. It is 53.4%. I mean, that is that is incredibly low. For the U.S., it's 90%. All right. Well, I guess we should talk about crime, because that's really bad. Well, somebody's got themselves a little bit of a yard here in all this crowded area here. Anyway, so yeah, crime, here's the number. 11,165 per 100K. So let's compare that to the biggest cities in the U.S. Now, before I show you this chart, let me tell you how I compiled it. You can type in most dangerous cities in the U.S. and you'll get a bunch of different numbers, because a lot of these websites, they compile their lists and they factor in other things like cost to victims, that kind of thing. I didn't do that. I just went to the FBI website, and just compiled the list. I just wrote down all the numbers and put my list together, and this is the top 10 highest crime cities in the US for 2023. Now, if you were to put this neighborhood on that list, it would be number 1, easily beating out the top cities. So as you can see, crime here is really bad. I'm not sure what's going on here. Got a bunch of people congregated. Anyway, I'm making my way to North 5th, which is kind of the main street into this neighborhood. Yeah, so let me attempt to get out and get on foot there. Okay, I'm turning on to North 5th. This is basically the main street of the Fairhill neighborhood. It's also called El Centro de Oro, which translates into the center of gold, or the golden block. It's lined with lots of shops, restaurants, and these distinctive metal palm trees. You see them as you drive down the street. Let me get up here a little ways, and we'll take a look. We'll walk around. Yeah, these little palm trees are everywhere. I guess maybe to give them the flavor of Latin America, you know, it's warmer. Lots and lots of palm trees in Latin America. Now, let's see if I can just park right here. Well, all right, I'm out on foot. Take a look at some of these colorful shops. Yeah, I've read that this is a pretty walkable area and kind of nice. It's a Saturday morning about, well, it's about 10 now. Still not seeing a lot of these places open yet. Now let's head up the street, see what we can find. Well, I read that there's a lot of colorful murals here too. So I'll look and see if I can find a couple. Well, it's just pretty quiet, I guess because it's Saturday morning. Even though there's a ton of cars here on the street already. Yeah, I want to go up to this church here. Take a look at it real quick. Well, that's going on. Huh? Good, how are you? Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. That guy was in an altered state, that's for sure. Well, yeah, there's a church here I want to take a quick look at. And we'll go from there. Yeah, here it is. Arca de Salvación. This translates into Ark of Salvation, I believe. I was hoping maybe I could go inside it, but it doesn't appear like I can. So, yeah, there's a picture of the Ark. So that's what that is. Well, let's see. I'm kind of out of the downtown. You know, what they call the downtown. So, I guess I'll get back in the... Look at that guy. Yeah, he's guarding something. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get back in the car and we'll drive around a little bit more. All right, well, I'm back in the relative safe confines of my Jeep. You know, I was just at this church and, you know, you just saw the video of it. When I was there, or when I turned the camera off, had some guys, a couple of guys congregate around me and asked me what I was doing. I said, well, I like to film churches. You guys know that. They were pretty threatening. I got out on foot here because I read that, you know, this part of the neighborhood, we got a fire department going by, that the people were friendly and it was a place that you could walk around safely. You know, some of the tourist literature, if you will, but that was not the case at all. I started walking down the street, you know, they left me alone, and then a few feet down, or probably a block or so down, I felt something grab my hand, because I had my camera in my hand, this camera, and somebody had snuck up behind me on a bike, and he tried to grab it out of my hand and steal it. But you know, this camera pays my bills, so my hand locked down on it really quickly. I thought he had damaged it because I dropped it, but yeah, it's working fine. That is maybe the craziest thing that's happened to me out on my trips. That's the first time somebody actually tried to steal something right out of my hand in what, over 3 years of doing this, sometimes walking around in dangerous neighborhoods. So, yeah, I'm heading down 7th now. Just taking a quick look. I'm thinking, while I'm here, I'll finish the video with a quick drive down Kensington Avenue. I mean, why not? I'm here. It's always an interesting drive. Yeah, I think I'll do that next. I think I've seen everything here. I was looking for some of these murals, but... and I know they're here, I just can't seem to find them. And these old row houses. It's crazy, isn't it? Huh. I've always been fascinated by them. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I'm just giving you a look at the neighborhood as I drive through it real quick. Before I head to Kensington. Do I not have to stop here? I guess not. All right. Yeah, let me just keep the camera pointed here so you can see them. Got some bars on porches. Wow. Okay, well, let me show you one more thing. Let's take a drive down Kensington, just for fun. All right, I am crossing Lehigh into notorious, or the notorious, Kensington neighborhood. Of course, I am on Kensington right now. Very distinctive with the elevated train. When the train goes by, it adds another element of creepiness, I guess. I was reading that the city of Philadelphia, you know, they just, well, they don't do anything about this area because they figure out of sight, out of mind. It's just one way to keep the illegal drug trade, I guess, in one place, sort of in control. And when you go through here, you just can't help but be shocked at the stuff that you see. You know, people just high on the streets, and nothing's done about it. There's a guy there just asleep against the car. Yeah, it's the craziest thing. It's honestly, it's kind of got its own YouTube subcategory anymore, doesn't it? There's so many Kensington videos, you know, and I've done a couple myself. I actually flew a drone out here which was, people tell me, a crazy thing to do, but anyway, I did it. It's actually a little bit quiet today. It is a Saturday. I don't know, probably about 11, so it's a little bit early still. These are the kind of people who, let's not kid ourselves, they don't get up early and get moving around. Anyway, gonna run this guy down. Yeah, did you hear that? He didn't like that I had the right of way. Yeah, I've driven down the street several times. It's usually jam-packed with traffic. It's real quiet this morning. Relatively, anyway. Anyway, I'll just kind of drive through here and let you look. Of course, I'm going to show it to you. Try to give you the feeling that you've been here yourself, as usual. Well, I'm just jabbering now, aren't I? I'm always amazed when I drive down the street. It's just unbelievable to me. Yeah, usually there's a lot of homeless right here, but it looks like they're keeping it cleared out, except for that guy in that doorway there.
This story of the prodigal son. The prodigal son. We have heard this.
Whew. Oh, she was high. Alright, well, yeah, I'm going to end the video here. I'll just let the camera run here for another minute or two. And I will see you guys in the next video.